All right. What's up, y'all? This is the latest and hopefully greatest wrestling podcast out there. We are the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast, and we are here for another week of SmackDown and Raw breakdowns. My name is Akili.
I'm Billiam.
Hey, what's up, my friend? How are you?
Good. How you doing, my guy?
I cannot complain. I can, but I won't. We're going to keep it positive and keep pushing around here, man. We got some good stuff to talk about.
Exactly. It's a big
Um,
week. Good week.
It was a big week, good week for both shows, man. Let's jump right into it. Friday night SmackDown. Let's pass it to Billiam. What
Ooh.
you got, man?
Man, SmackDown started like huge. It was in, God, was it? It was Spain? No, I already
Well,
forgot. It was
when Raw was
Italy. No, it was
in
Italy.
Italy, I know Raw was in Bologna. So,
Okay, no, then it was Spain. It was
okay,
Barcelona.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, again, the European crowd was phenomenal. Just the what's cool is that the talent's just letting them have their chance and have their way. And no, they were in Glasgow, Scotland. That's where they were.
Yeah, because they got all hype
Glasgow. They were in Glasgow.
yeah, they got hype when your man's came out. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. They had a
Okay.
chant for Cody Rhodes and they let them run that and CM Punk was all about Glasgow and they were chanting back with him. So yeah, it's just the crowd was just phenomenal all night. So shout out to that crowd.
Shout out to the
But
crowd.
yeah, man. But Randy Orton kicked off the show,
Ooh.
made his little entrance, and before he can even say a word, Kevin Owens comes out
Ah,
and shoots a spiel. Look at me. Anyway, gives a little promo and be like, "Hey, man, we should try to be the tag team champions. Like we should make a run together." And Randy Orton, of course, wasn't having that. So apparently, it's been made official that that match is going to happen at WrestleMania.
little RKO versus KO.
Yeah,
Okay. I did see the quick clip. You used to be fight Owens fight. Now you're just bitch Owens.
yeah. Uh,
That made me laugh.
un, uh, uh, PG-13 Orton is fun.
Yeah, I could tell he's loving it. I could tell he's loving. He's in a
Oh
good
yeah,
space. Yeah, good for him. It's my guy.
yeah. So then after that, we had a tag match with Jimmy Uso and Damian Priest, taking on Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke Nakamura, just
Okay.
based off of the stuff that happened last week.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So
And I did see a quick clip of that. Priest and Drew getting into it kind of at the end.
yeah, after the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jimmy and Damian won the match, and then
Okay.
afterwards, Drew McIntyre blindsided Damian Priest, and then finished it that way. So,
Okay.
classic, build for the WrestleMania. That's 24 days away now, give or take,
Oh,
something like that.
woo. Time's getting
It's
short.
getting close,
Yeah, man.
getting close.
Yeah.
So after that, we have our U.S. champion, L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He was just in the back. He was talking to Braun Strowman. Just Braun Strowman's been having issues with Jacob Fatu, blah blah blah. Just being all super hypey LA Knight. It's just fun to see him on camera. That's why I put it in there. I just
I'm
like watching him, listen to him.
He's growing on me a little bit. He's growing
Yeah,
on me a little bit.
yeah. You
Yeah.
just need to watch more of him.
Yeah, yeah, no facts.
Yeah,
Big facts. Big facts.
definitely. Uh, After that takes us to a split screen interview because apparently they can't be in the same room at the same time between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte.
Huh.
Yeah, so they're just basically talking back and forth to each other. I don't even remember if there was anybody who was actually interviewing them. I think they were just having a conversation with each other.
Okay.
Basically, what we're doing now, but better quality.
Yeah. How's Tiffany Stratton on the mic? I mean, I know Charlotte is just fine. How's Tiffany?
I mean, she's fine. She's getting there. I think
Yeah.
she's better when she has a crowd behind her,
Okay.
just to get the reactions. But she's getting there. They put the belt on her for a reason, so they see something
Sure.
in her and they see big things in her, and I see that coming too. She's definitely good. She just again needs to work a little bit on her mic skills. But who didn't back then? I mean, we didn't like Cody Rhodes back then, and look at him. So
Right.
yeah. So after that, the next match was Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman.
Okay.
Winner became that's right. Winner became the number one contender for the U.S. title. So that's why
Okay.
LA Knight was talking to Braun
That's why
Strowman.
that's up there. Okay.
And then they're feuding and all that stuff. So I mean, it was phenomenal, big man match, as it
Nice.
should be. Unfortunately, ended with Solo Sikoa causing a DQ.
Some bitch.
So and Jacob Fatu was not happy with that. I believe
Oh,
there's a promo later in the show.
oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Little,
like,
little.
why'd you do that kind of thing, you
Yeah,
know?
let me work.
Right. So Solo and Jacob are beating up on him, and then LA Knight comes out to aid. You know, good guys helping good guys.
Yep.
And you get to hear his music hit, which his music's great, so why not? After that, Piper Niven took on Selena Vega in actually a better match than I thought was going to be.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, Piper Niven was Dewdrop.
Correct.
Zelena Vega.
Selena Vega was the first Queen of the Ring, so she's the
Oh yeah, because in the
ruler
last,
from Puerto Rico.
yeah.
Uh, don't hate me, anybody. Pretty sure it's Puerto Rico. Pretty sure. Anyway, so yeah, it's definitely a David versus Goliath kind of fight, uh,
Okay.
which Zelina Vega actually fared very well, but Dewdrop ended up, sorry, Piper Niven
Piper Niven.
ended up pulling out the win.
Okay.
Of course, Chelsea Green and her administration got involved, but
Okay.
that's gonna happen. Heel's
That's
gonna
what
heal.
happened. Right. You
Heel's
want to
gonna
hear?
heal. What are you
Big
gonna do?
facts. Big facts.
Yep. Uh, yep. Like I said, Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens was made official. They put a whole graphic up.
Okay.
They'd be like, "Oh, it's made official." But Adam Pearce and I forget Nick Aldis, one of the GMs. I always get the two mixed up.
Orton Owens at WrestleMania. That's got to be a night one. No offense. That sounds like a
No,
night.
none taken. Or if anything, maybe open night two.
I was about to say a kickoff tonight too.
Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time Orton's kicked off WrestleMania. He's kicked off a WrestleMania before. So get it.
So next match we see Liv Morgan take on Jade Cargill in her first match back officially.
Oh, okay. 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 How'd
Uh,
Jay look?
Jade looks
I
phenomenal.
mean,
I mean,
Jade always looks phenomenal. That's neither here nor there.
uh,
You know what
uh,
I mean?
no, Wade Bird actually made a comment saying talking about ring rust and how Jade Cargill just didn't show any. Like usually everybody shows ring rust their first match back, and it's looked like she's been around for years.
And she's probably been working a little bit behind the scenes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, to get
But
back up to
not to say
especially
she couldn't.
Mania coming around the corner.
Not to say she couldn't just jump in there. I'm just, I wouldn't put it past them to have her just do.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So Liv Morgan actually ended up taking that match after Naomi hit Jade Cargill with the tag team belts.
I was gonna say there. I no offense to the young lady. I don't see Liv Morgan beating Jay Cargill first match back on her own.
No.
No way. There's
Yeah.
no
So ref didn't see that hit. Liv Morgan got the pin. Liv wins. Naomi comes in and starts wailing on Jade Cargill.
snap.
Yep, Naomi has flown off the end. It's
Oh no.
another heel turn.
Oh no. All right. Well, that glow. It's about that glow about to go real dark. About to be the
Yeah.
dark. Dang.
After that takes us to Drew McIntyre cutting another great promo. We know he can talk. He's a great
Yes.
talker.
Yes.
Yeah, as he's leaving, he crosses paths with Seth Rollins. Sorry, Seth freaking Rollins walking into the building. Uh, to because it's gonna be Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk and same building at the same time. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, he's here. It's like great. After that, the now two-time tag champs, the Street Profits,
Hey.
were cutting promo, got interrupted by Legado del Fantasma as a whole,
Yeah.
which turned into a tag match between La Garza and the Street Profits.
Okay, and Lagar's that's Angel and Berto,
Yeah,
and then that they're the new because Cruz and Joaquin are now LWO.
correct.
Got it all right. There you go.
Pretty sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's the guys with the scratches
Mhm.
on their chests and stuff.
Mhm.
Street Profits won. It was great, but you know, they're new tag champs. They should.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It was a great match. After that, there was a teaser promo for We Don't Know. Looks like a luchador. They say it's going to be Ray Phoenix, who is Penta's brother.
Ray Phoenix met his brother. Huh. Trying to think if I've heard, seen him. I don't think so. Seems
He
new to
was
me.
just out of, they were both working in AEW, I believe,
Okay.
and Penta's contract was up first.
Okay.
So they were waiting to see because his was up soon too. So he just saw silhouettes and whatnot. I don't know his moves per se, but he was doing cool luchador shit. So
Okay. I
uh,
wonder, I wonder if he pops in at the match of Mania,
maybe
or if he
if
shows
not
up before them. Hmm.
if not sooner,
Hmm.
we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Cool. Cool.
Um, and then afterwards, it's we finish up the show with Roman Reigns calls out anybody. You know, he's like, "I'm here. I'm the one true tribal chief. Come at me." Seth
Okay.
Rollins answers.
Ha, 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 ha,
CM Punk interrupts.
ha. Okay.
Oh, there we go. All hell breaks loose.
Chaos ensues is what
There
I
we
just.
go.
Yeah, I did see part of that clip, but it was more I saw a part of CM Punk basically just reiterating his stance of like, yeah, no, you two have not beaten me without each other's help because you can't do it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then just and Paul, thank you for handing me the tribal like this whole little play with him and Paul. It's a whole it's a good thing. I like it.
Yep. He's like, I brought the shield here. You would
Mm-hmm.
literally would not be here if it wasn't for
Mm-hmm.
Punk.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk's, there you go, spitting truth once again.
Mm-hmm.
And that we have, ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown.
All in all, what you think? Good SmackDown?
I mean, solid show. It's pretty hard to have a bad show this close to WrestleMania. All the storylines are starting to tie together and starting to actually come together, and you're seeing matches build. Apparently, we'll get to that in Raw, but apparently it's not going to be a triple threat match for the women's title, and just
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll
Uh,
see.
yeah, so that's SmackDown. So if you got anything else on SmackDown, then we can jump right into Raw.
Let's jump right into Raw.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
jump right into Raw. What better way to start off a Raw than the John Cena hate tour
Once again,
continues.
boy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking fly through my notes.
Yeah.
Kid kid to shreds. WWE. I put a kid to shreds. WWE posted it, and you reiterating his stance on the crowd being a bully, where it's like, yeah, and so I made fun of the kid. WWE posted it, and you all let it gain steam because you all are mean, and that's what y'all like. I did find it interesting to watch YouTube clips, then watch it on Netflix because the all the fu scene and all that is they replace the audio. Um,
Oh yeah, yeah.
if you watch Netflix instead of like F you or shut the F up, it just goes, let's go, Cena sucks. They redid the audio, so they dropped all the F bombs out of
Oh,
Netflix.
interesting. I
So
guess
then
I
you
watched
watch
it
you
too
watch
close to it
YouTube.
being live because I think I started it at like 4 maybe.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
because I heard that they just it's not a bleep, they just silence it out, but they catch some of them and not all of them. So it's like,
correct. Especially when they're
yeah,
first starting, and I think they kind of got prepared. You know what I mean?
yeah, they're getting better at it.
Yeah, once you start hear one crowd doing it, it's like, all right, well, let's be prepared. And of course, Casino's going to antagonize that, so you know it's coming.
Yeah,
Um, he brought up the spinner belt. What an amazing! He said, "My greatest creation, the
yeah,
spinner belt." Technically, his greatest creation is the United States spinner belt.
agreed.
That is
That
much better
that
than that.
one literally didn't stop spinning.
Yeah, that one was really great because that was more designed off the G unit chain, which was the point of all that.
Yeah.
just the fact him bringing that up and being like, and him segueing into like, fine, you feel like I ruined wrestling with that because I turned your little tradition into a toy. Fine, I'm gonna take this one, and you can make your own little toy, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, and
Mm.
then Cody Rhodes comes out, and it's that whole like at best the best thing Cody says is actually says two things. First thing he says, you talk about you want to take it away from the fans. Well, don't you think you should take it from me first? That was
Absolutely.
dope.
That was good.
And
That was good
then
line.
yeah, and then his like you sit here and you talk about your 17th time. I'm not going to get into the past, but you know how hard I fought to get this one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Cody Rhodes, and I'm a fan of Cody, not a super fan, but a fan enough. Like you and I, we've had conversations. He should have deserved this a long time ago.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Was clearly one of the better workers before he went to AEW. Like just straight up.
But
So
I mean, it's a whole other podcast, but he needed to leave and find his old thing, and he literally helped build AEW, and then was like, "I'm gonna be a match where if I lose, I can't be champion." It's like, I mean, okay, all right, but that's a whole other podcast. But yeah, he definitely deserved this run, and he's gonna do whatever he can against Cena to hold on to it. So.
absolutely, absolutely, it's they're building up to that match really well. Then we had a little tag team match. It was
Oh, that was fun.
A Town Down, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Jay Uso comes out, and everybody's like, "Well, who's going to be his tag team partner?" It's his
We got
brother,
the return
Jimmy
of the Usos,
Uso.
my
Oh,
guy.
we got some Usos tag team wrestling, bro. I was juiced, as I'm sure you were.
As was I.
It was just great seeing them do their thing again. And they win the match. Gunther shows up. Jay's wrestling with some fire, bro. I
Oh, it's
like his
great.
energy right now.
I
I
love
really
it.
like Jay's energy in the
It's
ring.
main event Jey
Yeah,
Uso.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's leveling up. Gunther comes out. At first, it looks like Jay's going to give him the business. He slips and falls, and then Gunter gets the better of him again, and it kind of you get that feeling of like, man, just things just don't seem to be going right for the dude leading up to it.
I love that they're using his slip last week doing the dive over the ropes. They're using that in the storyline now because he
Mhm.
slipped up, setting up for the Spirit look like, and then his little trip up gave Gunther the edge to take
Yep.
him out again, and he's like, "Oh man, again." So
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll get to that. That they
yeah.
have there's a little talkings later.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Get there.
They showed a clip for NXT. Do you know who this Stephanie Vaquer lady is? She's defending two titles, or she defended two titles in one night. Something like that.
I've heard the name. I don't follow NXT as
Right.
much as doing a podcast. I feel like I could at
You
least
might
follow it,
need to
not
tap
necessarily
in, maybe
watch
look at
it.
some highlights.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah,
But
for
I have
sure.
heard her name, and yeah, she I believe she won the championship from or the women's NXT title from Julia, I believe, but I don't know about the other one. But yeah, she defended both in the same night.
I mean, I like her look. She got the horns thing going.
You would
Some of
of
the
your own.
highlights look like, so yeah, I feel like a shoot. Maybe even after we record, even for the night before I go to bed or something, maybe just pull up some NXT highlights and kind of see what
Yeah.
because it looked kind of interesting. And then we had we had a little promo
Oh,
for
that
shot
was a
for
great video
El
package.
Grande Americano. Uh,
Again, sounds like a drink from Starbucks.
it does. It does. It's basically a little promo. Apparently, he was one of the greatest luchadors of all time, hailing from the Gulf of America.
Oh yeah, I was like right there. I'm like, okay. It reminded me of the video before Indiana
That's
Jones at
brilliant.
Disneyland.
I think that's so brilliant. Just
It's so
hailing from the
good.
Gulf of America. That's mad funny.
It
That's
reminds me of Los Conquistadors from back in the day with Edge and Christian.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all don't know about that, go do a Google search on that. Those are some fun times,
I
y'all.
mean, the man's theme song was Stars and Stripes Forever, but it was like uh
Mariachi.
Gucci band. It was so good.
The whole thing about it, and we'll get there, bro. We'll get there. Um, then we had a match for the women's intercontinental belt. It was Lyra Valkyria versus Raquel
And
Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez was trying to be a two-time champ and stop it. My main two notes. I think Lyra Valkyria is still working on her star power a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, because people still kind of like the whole da, 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 woo.
Woo.
People still are trying to get behind that. And a lot of times she's like, come on. Everybody's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well,
Okay.
she getting up there. I think
Yeah.
she's getting up there. She's got potential. Uh, I didn't know Raquel Rodriguez was so tall, big.
Yeah.
She's tall. She's big for a lady.
Yeah,
Wasn't big for
that's
a
her,
lady.
that's really her thing. She's just
Yeah,
the big strong girl.
yeah, yeah. And
Sorry.
then Lyra wins, but Liv Morgan is out there, so they start to kind of give Lyra the business, and then Bailey shows up. Little Bailey looking a little extra thick. I like it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's looking good.
Lyra's
Shows up
quote
and-
hero. So
Oh, okay.
they made sure to
Okay.
say that. It's like,
Okay.
oh, Lyra's hero Bailey. I think she gave her like a fist bump or something for the match, like kind of a good luck thing.
Okay.
So,
She's
but yeah, I saw her.
being a role model for
She
Rhea.
picked up a belt and kind of looked at it before she handed it back to her. It's like maybe if Bailey wants her shot. I don't know.
So I think so. I think it's coming. I think it's
Good.
coming.
Give
Yeah,
Bailey something else.
give Bailey a run. We're San
Which
Jose. San
after
Jose.
that was the I'm sorry if you weren't done.
No, 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 no.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just say after that was that we're gonna get to that Usos promo where
Yes,
the boys were sitting on the steps and Jimmy
yes,
was basically lighting a thunder fire under Jay's ass. Be like,
yes.
you can't this Jimmy Uso or this Jay Uso can't win. I need to main event Jay Uso, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think
he's
Jay
not
used to
wrong.
won Royal Rumble. Goddamn. And I was sitting there, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, nothing like a
It
good
was a
Uso
great
moment.
promo. It was a
Nothing like
great
a
little
clean.
monologue he had.
Absolutely.
And then he stands up, goes around the corner,
I got you, Oos.
challenges Gunther. Gunther's like, you? All right.
Me, you, next week. All right. Fuck it.
Dude, slapped
Boom.
him so hard
Boom.
and then
Gunther
walked
took
away.
it like a
And walked
champ.
away.
Man, man,
So
that's gonna be.
that's gonna be a fun match next week.
Then
Good.
we had the big contract signing. Um, and Adam Pierce's big idea is basically it's going to be uh Ripley gets her rematch against Io Sky, and
Next
winner
week.
gets to face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania.
I like it.
Come to find out, Adam Pierce was like, "Well, guess what, Miss Bianca Belair, you can be the special guest referee
I like it.
in that match." So that's interesting.
It is.
That's interesting.
Um, well, we'll get to why I'm not a fan afterwards, but
No worries, no worries. I think it's interesting. I think it's
yeah.
going to
No,
be
I do.
good.
I love they haven't done the special guest referee thing kind of a little bit. I think CM Punk may have been the last one. They've done it a while. So that's always a fun kind of kicker.
I think it
Um,
helps. I think it's a straight up WWE 2K25 kind of push because it's in the game. There's a whole new special
yeah,
referee thing, and the referee you can like side with one person, and if the referee's not on your side, it's like slow
yeah,
count, and
great.
it's a whole thing now. Yeah, we'll definitely incorporate some of that in our little pay per views thing that we going on. That'd be some
Yeah,
good.
I love all that. I think it's still going to end up a triple threat match.
I do too. I do
So I'm
too.
not worried about all of that. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out next week. I mean, but that's going to be another great match. Neither one of the or both of those women can be main eventers, and I'm sure have been at some point in time. So that's going to be great. If it's not the main event, it should be.
Yeah, for sure. Then we had the debut of El Grande Americano versus
That
Drag
music,
Me.
that
Uh,
music was the best.
music's great. Hailed from the Gulf of Mexico. That
No,
was
no,
great. His
the
whole just
the Gulf of
the
America.
Gulf of America. We're gonna get Gulf of America. I said it, Gulf of America. Don't cancel us. No. Don't take us off the air. Yeah, go hailing from the Gulf of America. Um,
Looking like a map from Indiana Jones.
right? And then that was not Chad. I don't think that was Chad. Whoever that was very impressive. I think it was very impressive.
I
Um,
I don't know, man.
you think there was? You think it was Chad?
I mean, unless he does his Chad's moves as well as Chad does, but because there's not very many. I haven't seen many people do a stalling German or that. I mean, that flying headbutt thing. I mean, he did go away to learn the lucha libre art or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the fun of it.
Right,
Like to think it is, because
right.
like why wouldn't it be? But
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's fun to watch. I
I'm
enjoy
just
you get they haven't had a good gimmick like this in a long time.
in a long time. I'm trying to remember like who kind of because I'm thinking like I can't help but think of Kurt Angle when it was the whole he had your man kneel in the corner when he fooled Brock Lesnar
Oh,
and it
yeah.
was during the lights. Then he switched places and then he did the thing and it was Kurt and like so just little stuff like that, man. It's just I love this whole thing. And of course, like it makes me think of we all remember. Well, we don't all remember, but we should Doink fiascos where it was
Don't
Doink and two Doinks and then there was Dink and
what's it doing? Dink. The pink was the female
yeah, it was
version.
a whole it was a whole thing. But yeah,
It's too much. Too
it
much.
was a great debut. El Grande Americano wins
Yeah, over Dragon Lee.
over Dragon Lee. Be basically because he takes Dragon Lee's mask off and then puts him in the ankle lock.
The
So
ankle lock.
Dragon Lee would rather tap than show his face.
Man,
So
some of those moves that Dragon Lee got hit with and the bumps that he took, I thought the man was dead. But
Dragon Lee's great.
he
I've
does this on
seen
a
him a couple
nightly
times. I like
basis.
him.
Like he just those bumps he takes just all the time.
Yeah,
It's insane.
yeah.
I can watch him all day.
He's a
But
good
yeah, it was
seller.
like you said, a very fun debut of Grande Americana.
Yeah, I expect big things. I look forward to WrestleMania. It's gonna be some big things. Yeah, yeah.
Which brings
Um,
us to the main event of
the
the
main event. Well, before the main event,
yes.
we do have Phil. Phil came out.
Oh yes.
Phil got to come out and be Phil.
Yep.
Got to be CM Punk. I do my two notes are just like, but it's like, but I work with children.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
And and I was like, and Roman Reigns is finding out that his wise man is not, he's not the only one, but has a wise man or blah blah, and hit him with the wink in the corner. I'm like, I love that play, and Punk can be that play. It's a great angle to take against Roman Reigns. Like if we're just talking about scripted,
Yeah.
it's a great way to just kind of have him kind of look at that dude and be like, yo, if I'm going up against this dude at WrestleMania, like I don't need you are you with me or
He
not?
still has
Bruh?
that
Like,
favor.
you know what I'm
He
saying?
still has that favor. So
I
we'll see
know.
when he cashes that in. I imagine it's gonna be before or at Mania.
CM Punk's calculating, bro. So
Of course he is.
he's calculating, bro.
He's like Squints. He's been planning it for years.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. And then main event, Shadow, Miedo,
Yeah,
Penta
man.
going against the dog,
Braun
Braun
Breaker.
Breaker. It was my first time, my second time, really sitting and watching Braun Breaker work. You're
Yeah.
right, man. That dude he's scary, bro.
Yeah.
He's a little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's physical.
so let me tell you my gripe. My gripe is the fact, sure, we're so close to WrestleMania. Why are there so many title matches right now? I get the women's championship
Uh-huh.
because there's actually a feud going on with three women. So that's actually them fighting for it again is actually escalating it.
Yes.
Like everything else, like have build-ups, like have make these some of these wrestle like title matches. I think not just because we do it in our video game thing, but I think at WrestleMania all the titles should be defended.
And you and
But
I have had this conversation a couple times where once we heard of the concept of Night of Champions, we are like, that should be the concept of WrestleMania.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that's what we turn our WrestleMania into is
especially because Night of Champions
basically
I
Night
don't
of
think
Champions.
exists anymore. So
Correct. It does not. I don't think it.
the
They might
WrestleMania
bring,
is the perfect time to do something like that, where
and
all the titles are on the line. Sure, why not?
why not? Yeah, I mean, every match a title match. But I also think that I remember when the brand split, and I remember we were having a conversation, which I kind of I was like I eventually fell in step with it because that's was with WAG. You get used to it. But I remember saying, like, man, don't there might be too many championships in the WWE. There might just be a couple too many. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Um, I would almost be up to like taking away like I feel like at this point, I don't think we need like an NXT North American Championship. I don't think we need
Uh,
I don't think we need a United States Championship anymore. I think there's just a couple belts we can kind of get rid of, but
it's
it feels
because
like
that one's
there's
one of the
feels
prestigious.
like there's a lot.
That's the WCW version of the Intercontinental Belt. So that's
Okay,
the reason they're holding on to that one, I would think. That's
okay.
why there's no more TV championship or no more European championship, just because those can be kind of fall by the wayside. But
Well, and they did,
I see what you're saying. I
and
get it.
they did condense like they did. There is now an undisputed champ. There's not like a Raw and a SmackDown championship.
Right.
There's one belt again. So that yeah, okay, yeah. I think it. Yeah.
Well, no, there's still two belts.
Oh, there's still Raw and SmackDown champion. There's not a. Then what does Cody have? Is there two and then the undisputed one?
There's an undisputed WWE and I believe the Universal. But yeah, because Gunther has one.
He's the world heavyweight. It's the
Okay.
new world heavyweight championship.
Okay. So yeah. So
Yeah. So
then
yeah.
the WWE uh Universal Champion
Yeah.
and then the World Heavyweight Champion.
Yep. Okay.
See,
Okay.
we know what we're talking about.
We know what we're doing. We got this.
We've been
We
here a few
got this.
times.
We got this.
But
So
yeah,
that was pretty much Raw in a nutshell.
but that match, man,
I would
boy.
say Raw was very entertaining. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. We should wrap up. Huh? Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker doesn't. Braun Breaker wins by disqualification because Dirty Dom comes out there,
Judgment Day comes out. Yeah.
tries to beat on him, and then Finn comes out there, and then Penta looks like it's like oh Mysterio's like trying to hit him, get him, but no Penta hits
No.
Mysterio,
And is not gonna turn.
and he's not gonna turn. And then Finn and Dom beat up Braun and Penta, and it's a whole
And then
thing.
at one point you see Finn almost like swing a dom, like and like stops himself. Like I was like, okay.
That
I mean, I saw that coming eventually,
they're
but
breaking up at WrestleMania, bro.
it's
The
coming.
Judgment Day is over at WrestleMania. Judgment Day as we
And that's
know it.
fine.
Yeah, I
That's
think
fine.
that
They had their moment.
I
They
think
ran
Dom
it
and
for a
Liv stick
while.
together for a little bit. I think Dom and Liv stick together for a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, it'd be so it'd be funny if they were just like, you know what? Our truth's in charge of the Judgment Day.
Uh,
Let truth run it.
I mean, he may be the greatest sports entertainer of all time, but yeah, not necessarily wrestler, not necessarily on the mic, just overall the greatest sports entertainer of all time.
Man, Jesse, he's been. Did you like they had there? I there was some kind of stat or something like that. I don't know if it's true. They said our truth hadn't won a one-on-one singles match in like it's been a minute, bro, since he's won a straight up one-on-one wrestling match.
Well, you got to think about when was the last time he's had a one-on-one singles match,
That wasn't like doing like 24/7 title stuff. Yeah, like a straight up just
right?
y'all two fight.
And
And
then the last few matches he's had were tag team championship matches because him and the Miz were a tag team and they were champs for a little bit. So,
I missed that. Wow.
oh yeah, no, I don't know if it was last WrestleMania, but maybe the one before. They actually won the belts. Oh, it was I think both belts were up. It was the Raw and the SmackDown, and him and Miz and R-Truth got his first WrestleMania win, and it was in that tag team ladder match.
Oh dang, I don't remember that. Well, I'm glad I'm going through the WrestleManias now. We're gonna get
Hang
to it.
on. You'll
That's
get up to
great.
it.
I'll get
Yeah.
up to it. So that was Raw. All in all, I thought Raw was a really good show, man. I think anytime you can have a Cena promo at the beginning of your show,
It's gonna
a
happen
punk,
again. I think
a
we're gonna
punk.
get one every
Yeah.
week until
The John Cena hate tour
WrestleMania.
continues, man. I'm a fan. I'm one of the biggest fans of the John Cena hate tour because I love heel Cena.
I want to see what he's gonna complain about next because it's getting better and better, and I love it. I really
He'll
do.
find something, bro.
He will.
It's John Cena.
He has something planned. I'm sure he has a timeline right now for what he's going to talk about every time he's on TV.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Especially depending on like where he's going. Like he thinks deep like that. He
Yeah.
thinks like that. So that It's pretty much the week wrap up, unless you had anything else you wanted to jump on.
No, sir. That was, like I said, that was a good week. And the next week starts up tomorrow. That we're recording this on Thursday. So SmackDown's coming at us tomorrow. So we'll see what that brings us.
I look forward to it. Do you know where they are
Huh,
tomorrow?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I know they're in London on Monday.
Yep. Yep.
So they're still in Europe. I can't remember where they are tomorrow.
No worries,
Forgive me.
man. No, hey, I forgive you, brother. They'll
Oh
forgive
yeah. No, I'm telling
They'll forgive you.
forgive me. You people forgive
You
me.
do it. You people forgive them.
I know too much, but it's none of it's useless, or it's all useless. What do you want? Anyway,
Well, then we don't want to take up too much of your time. We like that we got things to do. We know y'all got things to do. Thank you for stopping by. He's gonna tell you to go ahead and do the things for the thing.
oh
Do
yes,
the thing.
subscribe, comment. Again, let us know what you like, what what you don't like about this guy or that guy. Oops, sorry, that guy over here. It's that guy. Stupid camera. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So just leave a comment. Just let us know. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Uh,
Everybody, tell everybody, family,
everybody.
friends, strangers, yell it out on the street. Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. Just don't do it too late and keep people up at night. You want to be good neighbors. And this weekend, we're gonna make the jump. We're gonna be hitting all the major podcast platforms. So you'll be able to catch us on the stuff. It'll probably just be some audios because we got the videos on the YouTube. But hey, the audios work. You can listen to it on the drive or background if you're cleaning or you're sitting there and doing whatever.
There you go. Hey,
Of course, you want to get caught up on some wrestling? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. Why not?
boom.
Boom. For the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast, I am Akili.
I am Billiam.
And guess what, y'all? We will see y'all next week for some more wrestling.
Have a good week.